UAE, Iran. Latest news, UAE ambassador to Iran to return. It has been more than 6 years since the Gulf Arab state downgraded ties with Iran after Saudi diplomatic missions attacked by protesters. The United Arab Emirates says its ambassador to Iran, Saif Mohammed Al Zaabi, would return to Tehran in coming days, more than 6 years after the Gulf Arab state downgraded ties with Tehran. The announcement on Sunday is in line with UAE's efforts to strengthen relations with Iran to achieve the common interests of the two countries and the wider region, the Foreign Ministry said in a statement. The UAE scaled back its ties with Tehran in 2016 after Iranian protesters stormed Saudi Arabia's diplomatic missions in Iran following Riyadh's execution of prominent Shia scholar al-Nimr al-Nimr. Last week, the Emirati and Iranian foreign ministers had a telephone conversation and they discussed boosting ties, UAE state media reported, where they discussed sending an ambassador back to Tehran. After years of animosity on different sides of geopolitical rivalries, the UAE started re-engaging with Iran in 2019 following attacks in Gulf waters and on Saudi energy sites. The warming of diplomatic ties comes after the UAE normalized ties with Israel in September 2020. 3 other Arab countries, Bahrain, Sudan and Morocco, also forged diplomatic relations with Israel under the so-called Abraham Accords brokered by the United States. Even as the UAE normalized relations with Tehran's regional foe, Emirati officials have escalated efforts to boost trade relations with Iran and reduce the threat from its regional proxies.